Okay, good morning. We are looking here at the E-mini S&P 500. I am a supply and demand style trader. Anyone who is new to the channel, I simply scalp, the market here, and I'm always looking for areas of supply and demand zones. There is no trading secret. Again, guys, there is no trading secret to the way I trade. I simply am looking for trading supply and demand zones, locations, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people think that supply and demand is just simply support and resistance. Depends on the trader in a sense, but you got to understand one thing. Supply and demand is different than just support and resistance, okay? And the reason why is because when you are trading supply and demand, you are getting in and you are expecting price to pull back to the inside of a swing where the move actually started at, where the aggressive buying to the upside or aggressive selling to the downside started at. Support and resistance is pretty much a break and retest. Meaning, say for example, price pushes up, makes a high, pulls back, makes a higher low, and then breaks above, meaning breaking through that area of structure, breaking through that area of resistance, or that high, and that's your area of resistance there. When price pulls back to that high point, where price broke through on its way up, that break of structure, and then it pulls back, now becomes support. That's primarily what I call the head or the neck of a swing. On the pullback to that area there, that's what's considered support, okay? And then the flip side, as price makes a low, pulls back, makes a lower high, breaks through structure on the downside, meaning it breaks through that low point or area of support. What was once support is now resistance, which I call the bottom end of a swing to the downside. When price pulls back to it, now that is considered resistance, okay? So what was once support now becomes resistance, okay, on swings to the downside. What was once resistance now becomes support on a swing or pullbacks to when price pulls back or moves to the upside, okay? So there is a difference there. Supply and demand is the area tucked back at the lower portion or the upper portion of a swing where the move, the aggressive selling or aggressive buying starts at. All right? So again, trading supply and demand is how I trade each and every day using a simple strategy. And if you're interested in learning more about that strategy, I highly recommend you go in or go to the channel or what you're on now, review the video is primarily titled Supply and Demand. You can kind of search for that on the homepage, Supply and Demand videos. There are tons of videos on the channel where you can watch me trade. I post my trade sessions. Again, there's also informational videos to where I go into detail about the paired chart strategy, okay? You can actually kind of research that or put in, there's a little magnifying glass on the homepage, type in supply and demand or paired charts, and it's going to pull up those videos and to where I go into detail about trading supply and demand. Again, there's no trading secret to the way I actually trade, but I do share the information here publicly on the channel. That was my way from the beginning when I started the channel to be able to, I guess, help traders out, more so inspire people who are looking to trade, who are new beginners, because I know what it's like. And I know what it was like when I first started. I struggled. I didn't have someone to show me the ropes, so I had to learn on self-taught, and I had to come up with a strategy after watching, so much, reading so much information, watching so many videos, kind of formulating my own strategy that would work in the markets, okay? And I found out trading is all about confirmation and confluence. The more confirmation you have, the better you're going to be, and the more consistent you're going to be when you actually take your trades, okay? Day to day. All right, so let's take a look here at the market and see if we can take a few trades here today. Today we do have FOMC news. If you hear any kind of noise in the background, guys, I have something running in the background, so it may kind of interfere with the I guess the volume, me speaking. Hopefully it's not. The software I'm using, hopefully it's kind of eliminating the background noise, but either way, hopefully you can hear me just fine. But yeah, the market probably is going to move a little slow today because, like I said, we have FOMC news at around 2 this afternoon. I think 2:30 as well. So we'll wait and see. Again, I'm looking for. We'll look at the higher time frame right now because I always like to start off with that approach there. Looking at the higher time frame, which is my 60 range chart. As you can see here, we got a channel to the upside. Price making higher highs and higher lows and pulling back. So I would engage or be interested in, again, looking for long entries based on just looking at price action here. Definitely if price maybe gets back down to this area of demand down here, we do have some areas of supply sitting resting above. But right now we're dead smacking this leg to the upside right here. So I tend to not want to trade at the middle of something, the 50% area or something. So I would like to, if I'm going to look for short entries, price to pull back to this area up here, long entries back down here. So kind of an in-between situation. But overall, my bias would be up to the upside because of the structure of the market on the higher time frame, showing me that the market is making higher highs and higher lows. So we will see what happens. So right now I'm going to scale down, move down to my lower time frame chart, and just kind of see if there's any opportunity to maybe take a a short-term, intermediate type trade quickly. It'll probably be more so of me looking for scalping trade entries at this moment here because of volumes things are kind of slow right now, the pace of the market. So let's see what happens. Okay, I thought I had the recorder on. I took a short entry right here. I just posted that on Discord. If you're part of the Discord community, you can go over to the channel, and I just posted that at 10:33 a.m. today. Screenshot of that trade entry. I thought I had the record going, but this was a short entry right here from this area of supply resting right here. Again, you can't. If I blow it up here, I'll show you. Price push down, pull back. Aggressive selling came out of this area here, taking out this area of structure right here to the downside, and you just wait for price to come back to that area. Okay, it eventually comes back to it. Not immediately. I say this many times. Lots of time when you're trading from a higher time frame, or you start getting up into a higher time frames, then it may take some time for price to come back to a supply or demand zone. The higher that you move up into the higher that you move up into time frame, whatever the case is. I'm not talking about time frame like a 5-minute or a 60-minute or 15-minute chart. I'm just using time frame when I say that in all base charts, whether it's tick, volume. So that's basically as you move up into a higher area of chart, okay, whether it's a higher tick chart, a higher range chart, a higher volume chart, whatever the case is, or a higher time frame chart, then price may not immediately come back to it quickly enough. Now, the lower that you get into a time frame chart, whatever the case is, then price may immediately pull back to to a supply or demand area or zone pretty quick. But you got to be careful about trading from too low of a time frame chart. All right. So basically, this was a pullback. Supply taps into it. This little area of supply right here. That happened. It was formed around 11:45 yesterday, and it took up until 10:15, 10:20 today for the pullback to the area. But I was looking for it. It rejected it. Basically, price rejected, pushed down. I was looking for a price to aim and test this area right here. Okay, so that was a short. Again, I was unable to actually, not unable, but I thought I had my recorder going and I didn't have it going. But I did take a screenshot of it and post it on the Discord community for our community members to reflect on it and see that trade that I took. And people always ask me about. I have a question about the volume profile. Look, I take my trades. I always say buy the low, sell the high. So price tapped into that supply zone there. Price was above an area of a high volume area. You do not want to be trading right at the center point or the middle of anything. So I take my entry at the upper portion area of a high volume area and look to take it back below, or at least to the median, which is the hot for lower volume back down to high volume. So price likes to move from an area of low volume to an area of high volume, through an area of low volume, back down, or up to another area of high volume. So that's how price moves. So, and looking at the market right now, since this morning I'm looking at my 12 range chart. If you look at the market from a lower time frame chart, even though, the market is, as I've shown you on the higher time frame chart, that it making higher highs and higher lows. So my interest would be to take long entries. Well, I scale down to this chart here, my 12 range chart. If you take a channel, you can see just as well as the price is chopping to the upside here. Pushed up here, broke this area right here, making higher highs, higher low, higher high, pulls back, significantly before breaking higher, making a new high, pulling back higher low, higher high. So we got a little channel to the upside here that price is doing. So I'd be looking for maybe possibly even long entries. It just depends, the area where price is at. But try to stay away from trading in the middle of any particular or any area. Okay, that's what I'm trying to address. Price may reject this area here, and it's come down and push to this area right here, back down to this high volume area. You can see it, small area of supply. It's already been tested though, so be careful. It can reject this area and it's come back here and continue pushing higher. So just be careful. That's what I'm trying to say. Now price comes back to this area here. There's an area of demand resting right here. I'll show it to you. Area of demand resting right here. So price comes back here, rejects this area close to the upside. I'd probably be interested in taking a long entry. We'll see what happens. Okay, so the market's just moving slow, guys. Not sure. It may try to break here to the upside, but I'm not sure though. It's at the upper portion of this high volume area. I don't want to buy the highs of anything, and then we do have areas of resistance, right? Well, I should say, areas where price can stop. It is resistance above us, where price could bounce from. There is an area of supply sitting right here around 40.92, which is from about around 11.35 yesterday. Oh, see, price did break to the upside. Okay, so all right, I figured it would do that. But be careful here because like I said, these are areas where price could, price pushed the downside here pretty heavy yesterday, lots of selling. So, price could reject this area and bounce. So just be careful. I'm going to stand down right now. I don't see, any really nice areas to trade from right now. I took that quick scalp right there. Price pulled to that supply zone. Just took it back down to this green arrow right here, this green line where there's a big swing to the upside right here. So that was support right to the pullback. When I was talking about earlier about the neck or the head or something, you see this move to the upside, making a high, and then price pulls back right here, make a low, and breaks higher. So that's a break and retest back to this head or neck of this big swing to the upside here. So that's what I was waiting for. That's why I took that as short. I was waiting for price to taking it back down to this area right here, to the neck or head of this area of support now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to wait and just kind of wait and see what price does here. Now, you may be asking, are there any areas of demand? Of course there are. Like right here, price broke up right here on this move to the upside right here. When it started after this pullback right here to the downside, broke higher, broke through this area structure. There's demand sitting right here at the bottom. You get into it on the rejection and take it back up to this area right here at 63. It's as simple as that. I'm going to go ahead and mark it for you because this is, since we don't have much activity going on in the market right now, I guess I'll kind of do some explaining. Price broke up here, all right? Pulls back. This is demand now. So all you do is wait for price to pull back to this area. It broke this area structure right here, okay? Pulls back, demand, wait for the rejection, go long, take it back up to this key area. This is now an area of resistance above us, okay? And I'm going to mark that with a green arrow like I did above because these signify and classify for me areas where I should take profit at. So price pushes higher, back up to that high right here. There's money resting in the market, liquidity resting right here. Why? Because price, there's a lot of buying activity as well as selling activity back down to the downside. We didn't get a break of structure back down to the downside. Price came back down here. It basically wicked below this area right here. Okay, this area of support sitting right here. See it? And then pushed up. So the rejection, go long, take it back up to this area right here. There we go. We got remember I said be careful here because price can reject these areas above us because we have, key areas of resistance right here when it's moved to the downside where there's aggressive selling at. So price is testing this area now here. So let me see here what's going on. Let's see. I'd probably be looking for a bounce long here. Yeah, I'm going to go long right quick. Going to scalp this area real quick. I'm not sure if I can even record this quick enough. We'll see. I'm going long here. I'm looking to take it back up to this area. There we go. All right, keep pushing, baby. Let's see. I need to be careful here. Well, we should be good. Come on, baby, push up. Look for the market to come back and test this area here. It could push a little lower before it decides to want to push higher. So I may go back in with another contract. The price kind of taps into this. We're like 2 ticks away from the zone here, so we'll see what price does here. I'll blow this up. Actually, I'm gonna take my trade back out the tops up here. Let's put it right here, just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna drop it 1 tick. There we go. Right there. That's where I want to be at. But it's probably gonna come up and take out this area here, 81.25. See, it taps right into almost, the zone was a little bit higher than this right here. So let's see if we get that run to the upside. I'm gonna record this right, screenshot this and put it out in the community. Hopefully we get filled in this entry here. Come on, baby. Market's moving pretty slow. Okay. I may go ahead and take this out here because I told you guys once before, when a market starts bouncing like this to me, I don't like price action like that when it doesn't move quick enough in my direction. I go ahead and take my profit here. It's just not moving quick enough. Yeah, I'm gonna take out here. I don't even like what price is doing here. It's just not moving quick enough for me. See, I didn't wait for the rejection here. I'm actually taking this trade very aggressive. Which I need to be careful here. Now I'm looking at this. Yeah, let me get out this trade. I'm about to get myself out of this trade here because I see what it's trying to do. Yeah, let me get out. Come on. It broke structure back to the downside when it came down. So I shouldn't have taken that trade there. See if I can get out of this trade real quick. Trying to cover my trade here. Yeah, this is the area price could reject that. I don't know what I was thinking there. Bad trade for me on my part. I'm gonna take out. Okay, got out. Yeah. So I'm going to wait right now. Wait. Because price broke structure there. Where it pushed up, took out this area right here, made a higher high here, turned back around, took out this area right here, came back down to this area of, excuse me, demand right here. You got supply, small area supply resting right here in a sense. So gotta be careful because these are areas the price can bounce at. You got an area down here, price can reject that, and the area right here, price can reject that. So I was kind of, caught in between two areas. So best thing for me to do was just to go ahead and get out that trade and be smart about it. And that's pretty much what I did. So just taking it safe. Not picking up too much today. Had a little, because of that trade there I took. Lost like 2 ticks there, but it's fine. I mean, it's better for me to go ahead and get the trade and sit there and allow the market to come back against me or whatever the case is. And it could push up here. There you go. See, had I stayed in that trade, I would have been good. But the market starts not doing what it's supposed to do for me quick enough. I'm out the trade. I'm not gonna sit around. So my trade entry was correct, trying to go long from this area here, but again, I mean, price action is moving real slow. It did come up here, like I said, and take this area here out, which I expected. That's why I was trying to go long, but it just kind of pivoted around there, and it was just safer for me to go ahead and get out of the trade. So, not too much going on. Not too much going on. At this point, I'm just going to stand down, until the market does something else. I mean, it's not really doing too much. I mean, it's moving very, very slow. Just kind of ticking back and forth. It is stepping to the upside. You can see here, continue making these higher highs and higher lows, and a channel to the upside, but it's just not. Actually, let me take a look here. Let's see here. Broke here. Yeah, I may be interested in taking a long entry here. I'm gonna pay close attention here. Yeah, I'm going long. I'm going long here. Yeah. So let's see what happens here. Falling price action. I like to take screenshots, post them to Discord, to our Discord community, and also, kind of reflect back on my own trades as well. So that's the purpose of this. Then what we have here is price broke up, made a high here, came back, broke this area. Let me see here. Actually, I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, I may need to take this trade out here. I think I'm gonna stand down today, guys. This market is really just. I'm gonna go in for a couple of ticks here and get out. I'm just gonna get out this trade. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna take out, guys. Market's running this high volume area right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and get out. Just gonna stand down, wait it out, and see what happens. It may come. It's probably going. It possibly could come up here and take out this area right here, but the pace of the market, it's just not moving quick enough. And it's at this high volume area right here. And it's probably right around the VPOC. Yep, right around the VPOC. I didn't pay attention to that. I am going to stand down right now. Yeah, we're just right around the V pot. I mean, watch it come up here and take out this area here. My trade long would have been good again. There it goes. See? I just don't like the pace of the market right now. So, and we're so close to the POC for today. So I'm just going to stand down. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a long entry here. I think price is going to come here and take out this area up here. Let me see. We can get a pullback first. Early on the trade, should wait for the pullback and then go long, but I think price is going to take this area up here out. I mentioned, like I said, it could pull back and then break higher. So dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Quick scalp here to the upside. Just trying to get a little fall through. That's the piddle around. Back and forth, back and forth. You gotta be careful here because we're at the top of this high volume area you see right here. It can pull back a little bit more before it actually pushes higher. Oh boy. This little long right here to this area demand was a good trade, but man. This market, this market, this market, this market. Market opened up around this area right here, and we haven't done too much at all. Try this again, see if I can get a screenshot. Right back up to the highs up here. Come on, if you're gonna move, then move. Look at this. You guys know why this is happening, because I'm actually trying to take a pullback trade, and we got the tops right here, so I'm looking for some, price to continue pushing to the upside here. But I gotta be careful. Man, if you're going to push up, push up. Look at that. Why not? Get up there, piddle around, pull back. That's what the market does, right? My gracious. Just 2-3 ticks up, 2-3 ticks back. Pull back again before I want to push higher. This market is ridiculous today. All right. Go ahead and capture this. Okay, there we go. First contract fill. Come on, baby. Go up and hit that second contract. Gonna get it one tick away. Hit me, smack me, baby. Smack me. There we go. Got filled. All right. Nice entry there. All right. I think I'm going to call it a day. Market is just entirely too slow. Be cautious. Trade safe if you're trading. Again, there's no trading secret, you know, to me, locating and trying to trade supply and demand the way I do. So it's just basically, you know, just looking for the zone, waiting for the rejection, take your shot, okay? But again, it all centers around trading supply and demand. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to wrap this one up here. If you're interested in joining our Discord community, we do have well over 700 members now, strong. And I'll show you that community. And as I was saying, I was taking screenshots and posting my trades. Excuse me, a few of the trades anyways to the channel. This is our trading floor on the channel. The trading floor is for anyone that's interested in, you know, sharing your entries, sharing your levels, sharing your zones. Basically, we as future traders, again, if you're a futures trader, come over. It would make sense because you're a futures trader. And that's what we discuss and talk about here in the market is futures trading. Most of us trade either the MES or the ES futures, which is the E-mini version of the S&P 500. But it doesn't matter. If you trade the NASDAQ, the Dow, if you're a futures trader, you're welcome over because the channel is geared towards futures trading. Again, the trading floor is for traders to come together during the trading session and just, you know, share or discuss levels and zones, share your trade entries. As I do, I've taken a few screenshots and posted them here on the channel. And then we have the general chat where you can come and ask general questions if you choose to, engage with other fellow future traders or members of the community. And don't be afraid to ask any question, guys. If you're a newcomer or a new trader that's starting out, do not be afraid. No question is stupid. No question is dumb. We all were at some point at a entry level or starting point in our venture or career path to wanting to trade, whether it's full-time or part-time. So find the link down in the description portion of the video. Click on it. Invite yourself in free of charge. It is free. And join us today. As well, if you're a new watcher or viewer here on the channel today, please make sure to click on the subscribe button down below. Click on the bell to turn your post notifications on. And everyone who's watching, if you please could do me a favor and just so graciously tap that like button. I would definitely appreciate it if you find value in the content and on this channel here, not just this video here, but you know, the material, the information that I have to share on the channel. Please tap the like button on the video. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for doing so, and I'll see you guys in the next trading video. Again, we have FOMC later on today, so news coming out, or FOMC news coming out. So the market's probably going to kind of move sluggish up until that point there. Not a lot of trade entries, sorry about that, but I took what I could take based on price action and how slow the market is. So that's all, guys. I'm wrapping it up. Take care. See you in the next one.